Hey again, guys. I'm trying to take advantage of this awesome view behind me because, makes videos more watchable, right? And it's not something I have at home. So I'm going to do a couple more of these kind of just talking to you, responding to some dropshipping related stuff instead of walking around boring you with conversation. So this is going to be about eBay GSP. GSP stands for Global Shipping Program, and it's a way to sell to international customers. And I honestly think it's amazing. It doubles the size of my business, and a lot of people are very hesitant to use GSP. I encourage you to get over it. There's no reason. Like, there are some situations where you have to refund and you lose money, but I've had to do that 3 times this year, and GSP has accounted for 40% of my business. Do you really think that refunding 3 sales is enough to get rid of 40% of the received payments I get? Because it's not, okay? So what eBay GSP is, it's a freight forwarding service. So keep in mind, when you're drop shipping in the US, most US retailers will only ship into the continental US. So Walmart, for example, won't ship an item to Europe. Makes sense, because it's expensive to ship an item to Europe. They wouldn't earn any money. However, you can work around this by using a freight forwarder. And what a freight forwarder does is they have an address within the US that companies will ship to because they're located within the US. It's just like another address, yeah? So when they get the package at the freight forwarding center, there is a reference number in the address line on the package. That reference number, they look it up, and then they know, oh, okay, I'm now going to ship this item to Germany, or to Mexico, or to the Philippines, or to Australia. You can literally send it almost anywhere in the world that eBay GSP works with. And it's really, really cool because it gives you so much more business, honestly. And people think that it's bad, but eBay GSP customers very rarely actually return the items. Returning an item is a very American concept, like a United States concept. Most of the time, if somebody overseas buys an item, they are amazed that it shows up. They're happy with that. Even if it's like a little bit damaged, but not too damaged, it's going to be okay. And actually, if the item's damaged, you don't even have to deal with it. You just tell eBay, and then they give the buyer a full refund. And that doesn't come out of your pocket. That comes out of the contract that eBay had. Well, not the contract, sorry. That comes out of the warranty that eBay's global shipping program uses. And eBay global shipping program isn't actually something that eBay owns. It's a company called Pitney Bowes that eBay works with. It's also the same company that does all of eBay's shipping labels. So that's just kind of some food for thought. I'm just wondering if there's any other questions about GSP. It sounds complicated. International sales, whoa, customs, all that kind of stuff. But you don't have to deal with any of it. I strongly, strongly, strongly encourage you to use eBay GSP because all you have to do is go into your eBay settings and click Ship to Customers using eBay GSP. Aside from that, the only difference is that when you get a GSP order, it's going to be a weird-looking address with a reference number that's a really long string of characters that's like US 453336757 or something like that, okay? It's really simple. All you do is ship to that address. It's the same thing on your end as a seller. It's exactly the same as shipping it to an address in the United States, except it just so happens to be that when it arrives at this address in Kentucky, it's then going to get shipped overseas. So there's some complications that can arrive, obviously. If it's the wrong item, that's going to cause issues, yada, yada, yada. But most of the time, it's going to be completely fine. eBay GSP customers are much, 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 much less likely to actually return products and do any of that. Not saying it doesn't happen. It does, and depending on the kind of things you sell, maybe it's not worth it. But what's funny is if you send something and it arrives at eBay GSP physically broken, they take liability for that. They fully refund them. So whenever I get an eBay GSP sale that's for like plates or that kind of thing, I am happy because I know that chances are it's going to arrive at the international destination and be broken. and then they're going to open a case, and then I am going to close the case by calling eBay, and then eBay is going to fully refund the buyer. It's like clockwork, and I get to keep all the profit. It's amazing. I love it. So I hope that kind of alleviates some of your fears about eBay GSP. Again, I really, really encourage you to use it. You're going to get more sales, and every now and then you're going to have to deal with issues. But to be honest, there are less issues with international GSP orders than there are with domestic orders. US buyers are finicky. They're used to return policies. They're used to all of this like crazy customer service. International customers aren't used to that. They don't have high expectations like US customers have. And I encourage you to take advantage of that. Bye.